Glad you didn't leave any for us.
We'll have to move quickly. Plasma Man probably knows something's up by now.
Mr. Rence and his group, Colton, Zach, Chris, and Mr. Dugan, climb out of the narrow tunnel one by one, emerging into the same hallway where Mr. Callaway's team had just cleared the area of guards. The aftermath of the battle is visible. Frozen guards, some unconscious, others slumped against the walls, disarmed and incapacitated. Nice work, Team 2. The control room's just up ahead. We'll keep it locked down while you all handle the jailbreak.
The Hero League. What the hell are they doing here this time? They've already destroyed my cloning machine. What could they possibly be here for now? What in the... This is more than just sabotage. They're after something. They're trying to break them out. They're trying to take my son from me. They want my son? Then let them come. I'll make sure they regret ever setting foot in my domain.
Plasma Man stood from his console, striding out of his office with a cold, deadly purpose in his step. He was going to deal with this himself. The Hero League thought they had the upper hand, but he would show them what true power looked like. Back in the prison hallway, Mr. Rence and the rest of the group continued moving toward the cell block where Plasma Boy and the opposite Lord were being held, unaware that Plasma Man was watching their every move, and that they were walking straight into his trap.
Well, that's lucky. Good thing he's not here right now.
Team 2 moved quickly and quietly through the dimly lit corridors of the Villain League prison, their senses heightened and their muscles tense. The aftermath of their earlier battle still lingered, but they had no time to waste. They were heading toward the control room, the heart of the prison's security systems, where they could unlock the cells and set Plasma Boy and the opposite Lord free. Mr. Callaway's voice came through softly.
Hold on. This looks familiar. Is that Plasma Man's office? You've got to be kidding me. We're headed straight for his office. We were supposed to find the control room, but the control room is Plasma Man's office. This is where he runs everything. Lucky for now, he could come back any second. We can't waste this opportunity. Let's move.
They carefully opened the door and stepped inside, their breaths catching at the sight of the room. It was large and foreboding, filled with high-tech screens, consoles, and controls. A massive desk sat in the center, surrounded by surveillance monitors showing various parts of the prison. They had just walked into the nerve center of the entire Villain League prison.
All right, let's find the control panel for the cells. We need to figure out how this thing works. Yeah, it's not much different than the Hero League system, actually. I spent a few years as a tech developer for the Hero League before I became a superhero. This isn't as complicated as it looks. You never mentioned that. It didn't seem relevant until now. This place is automated, just like we thought. All the doors, all the locks, everything's controlled from here. I'm overriding the security protocols now. Can you unlock the cells? Yeah, just give me a second. There, the cells are unlocked. Nice work, Popsicle. Now we just need to keep this place under control until Team 1 can get Plasma Boy and the opposite Lord out. Looks like you've got more skills than we gave you credit for. I've got a few tricks up my sleeve.
With the cells unlocked and the systems temporarily disabled, Team 2 stood ready, knowing that Plasma Man could return at any moment. They had done their part. Now it was up to Team 1 to complete the jailbreak. But as they stood guard in Plasma Man's office, a creeping tension settled in. Plasma Man had surely realized what was happening by now, and they knew that the next phase of the mission would be the most dangerous yet. The team moved quietly through the darkened prison corridors, every step measured, every sound amplified by the tension in the air. Though they'd trained for operations like this, breaking into Villain League prison was on a whole other level. It was going to test everything they had.
The cells are open. You guys need to move now.
All right, here we go. Let's split up as planned.
With a quick nod, the team scattered into their assigned routes, each one heading toward a different target.
We'll take the opposite Lord's cell. Be careful with Plasma Boy. He's not exactly in a good mood these days.
Let's handle this like it's just another day. No sudden moves.
They moved cautiously toward Plasma Boy's cell, the sound of fists pounding against concrete echoing through the corridor. Inside, they found him, his hands bloodied, his rage barely contained.
Hey man, rough day?
What are you doing here?
Just thought we'd drop by. See how you're doing. Been a while since we caught up.
You broke into Villain League prison just to talk to me?
Well, we figured you might need some help. I mean, your family. Carl doesn't think it's right to lock up family, even if, that family's a little evil sometimes.
Don't lie to me. I know what this is about. You're mad about the cloning machine, aren't you? You're here for payback.
Look, we're not here to fight. Yeah, the cloning machine thing pissed us off, but this isn't about that. We're here to help you, alright? Carl sent us because locking you up like this, it's not right. Even if you and your dad are on the wrong side of things, we're still family, and that means something.
So you're telling me you just decided to break me out? Out of the goodness of your hearts?
Pretty much. Like we said, Carl thinks family shouldn't be locked up like this. And honestly, you don't deserve to be locked away just because you want to marry someone your dad doesn't approve of. That's his problem, not yours.
You're lying. You wouldn't risk all of this just for me.
Look, we get it. You're suspicious. But believe it or not, we're here to help you get out. If you stay here, it's only going to get worse. Your dad's not going to let this go. We don't want to see you suffer because of his control issues. You deserve to make your own choices.
So what happens when I get out of here? You think I can just walk away from all of this? My dad won't stop coming after me?
That's why we're here, to help you get away from him. We can get you and the opposite lord out of here together. You don't have to keep living under his thumb.
There was a long pause as Plasma Boy processed everything. The fury still lingered in his eyes, but something else flickered to life. Hope. Meanwhile, just down the corridor, Mr. Rence and Mr. Dugan approached the opposite lord's cell. The door was already open, but the silence inside was unsettling.
I don't suppose this is a rescue out of the kindness of your hearts either?
No, it's because you're important to him. And getting you two out of here is the right thing to do. You can't keep living under Plasma Man's shadow.
I suppose I don't have much choice.
None of us do. But we have a plan. Stick with us and we'll get you out.
As the two groups prepared to make their escape, they knew they were stepping into a dangerous game. One that Plasma Man wasn't going to let them win without a fight. But for now, they had to trust that this fragile alliance would hold, just long enough to get them all out of the prison alive.
Colton, Zach, and Chris exchanged glances as they faced Plasma Boy, who still looked torn between anger and doubt.
The tension in the air was thick, but Colton stepped forward, his tone serious yet understanding.
Look, we're not expecting you to suddenly change sides or abandon the Villain League. We know helping you out of here isn't going to magically turn you into one of us. That's not what this is about. What we're saying is, you need to stand up to your father. This isn't about the Hero League or the Villain League. It's about you finally doing what's right for yourself.
And why do you care? What do you gain from helping me?
Honestly, not much. But we do know that staying here, letting Plasma Man control your life, won't help you either. This is about making your own decisions, not just living in his shadow.
Fine, I'll go with you. But let's get one thing straight. I'm not joining your side. This is a conflict of interest, nothing more. I'll accept your help because we have a common goal, but don't think for a second that this changes anything.
Fair enough.
I was so worried.
I know. I'm just glad you're okay. They didn't hurt you, did they?
No, just a lot of threats. Your father was trying to break me, but I didn't give him anything. What about you?
Same, he's furious, but I think he's more angry that we defied him. I didn't let him get to me either.
Hate to ruin the reunion, but we've got company.
That's one of the Villain League elite guards. Plasma Man must have sent him after us.
So, what's the plan? Fight or run?
We're not going to outrun him. The elite guards are highly trained, and this guy's one of the best. If he's after us, we'll have to take him down.
We fight then!
We'll have to hit him hard and fast. He can't know we're hesitating.
You're not going anywhere.
All right, let's give it everything we've got.
We're not letting him get past us. Let's take him down now.
The battle begins. Colton strikes with electricity. Chris summons vines to entangle, and Zach hurls a metal beam with precision. Mr. Rence, in bear form, charges forward but is met with a blast of bear mace from the elite guard.
You're not getting past me.
Mr. Dugan's voice cuts through the chaos.
Rence, Team 2, we need backup now. This guard is relentless. We're getting overwhelmed down here.
Meanwhile, in Plasma Man's office, Team 2 gathers. Mr. Callaway, Quantum Shift, the Amplifier, the Popsicle, and the Immune Manipulator.
We need to get downstairs and help them. It sounds like they're in serious trouble.
I can help. The elite guard they're facing is called the Sightbender. His power is to manipulate sight and make his opponents hallucinate. But you know, I can throw him off by messing with his hearing instead.
If she can disorient him with her powers, it might buy us enough time to take him down. Let's move!
What's going on?
I'm confusing his senses. He's hearing things that aren't there.
Nice work. Keep it up.
Alright, this is our shot. Hit him while he's disoriented, now!
We did it!
Thanks for that. You saved us.
I just did what I had to. Now let's get out of here before more of them show up.
The group regroups, preparing to escape. Group 1, Colton, Zach, Chris, Mr. Dugan, Mr. Rence, Plasma Boy, and the Opposite Lord rush down the dimly lit corridors, regrouping with Team 2 near the exit of the Villain League prison. Their breaths were heavy, their adrenaline still pumping from the intense battle with the elite guard. As the two teams reconvened, there was a brief moment of relief as they realized they were close to completing the mission. But before they could take another step, a powerful presence filled the air. What do you think you're doing? You think you can just walk out of here? Plasma Man stepped out of the shadows, his towering figure casting a long, ominous shadow across the hallway. His eyes burned with fury as they locked onto Plasma Boy and the Opposite Lord. You've gone too far this time. First you betray me with this ridiculous engagement. Then you have the audacity to let these heroes, these fools, break you out of prison. Have you completely lost your mind? Hold on. You're not going to bully him into submission this time. Plasma Boy has a choice here. He can either listen to you, cancel the wedding, and keep living under your control. Or he can go with us, marry the Opposite Lord, and make his own decisions for once. You dare interfere in my family's affairs? Do you even understand the consequences of what you're doing? We understand perfectly. You've been controlling him for too long. This isn't about you anymore, it's about him, about his life. You can't keep doing this to him. You don't have to live under his shadow anymore. We can leave, we can be together. Do you think these heroes will protect you, son? Do you really think you can defy me and just walk away? You've always been weak, always too reliant on others. If you go with them, you'll be throwing away everything I've built for you. You didn't build anything for me. You built it for yourself. You've never cared about what I want, only about controlling me. You're a fool. You think you can make your own choices? You're nothing without me. I've made you strong. I've made you who you are. You don't have to listen to him. You're stronger than this, and you've got people who actually care about you. He's right. This is your decision, Plasma Boy, not his. You want to live your life your way? You've got a whole team of people ready to help you do that. I'm done living under your rule. I'm leaving with them, and we're getting married, whether you like it or not. You dare defy me, after everything I've done for you? He's not afraid of you anymore. We're leaving. I'm done, Father. This is my life, and I'm going to live it on my own terms. You'll regret this. You'll come crawling back to me. You're not strong enough to stand on your own. We'll see about that. You did the right thing. We did it. All right, we've got to move. He might be gone, but this place is still crawling with guards. The group quickly made their way toward the exit, ready to leave the prison and Plasma Man's control behind them for good. The group hurried through the corridors, their footsteps echoing in the dimly lit tunnels as they made their way to the exit. Colton, Zach, Chris, Mr. Rence, Mr. Dugan, Mr. Callaway, Plasma Boy, and the Opposite Lord finally saw the light filtering in through the opening where they had first snuck in. As they stepped outside, they moved quickly toward Mr. Rence's van, which sat parked and ready. The moment they reached the van, Mr. Rence opened the doors, and the group piled in. Colton glanced back at Plasma Boy and the Opposite Lord, who were huddled together in the back seat, clearly exhausted but relieved to finally be free. So, What are you going to do now? I mean, with your father hating you and all, and you can't exactly go back to the Villain League. I'm not going back. Not now, I can't. But I'm not joining the Hero League either. So what does that leave you with? You're kind of in between worlds now, man. I'm gonna live my life with the opposite Lord. We've been planning to escape my father's control for a long time. Now, with everything that's happened, we can finally do it. We'll live in seclusion for a while, lay low until things cool down. But what happens in the long run? You're technically still a member of the Villain League. What about them? We'll wait. We'll live our lives quietly until the time comes when we can rebuild. When he's no longer in control, we'll take back what's ours. So, you're saying when your dad is out of the picture, you'll go back to the Villain League? Rebuild it? Yeah, I'm not gonna let the Villain League die with him, but it'll be different. I'll make it something better. No more controlling, no more forcing people to live in fear under my father's rule. So, you're still going to be a villain? I don't know if you can call it being a villain, but I'm not a hero either. I'm going to live my life with the opposite Lord. We're going to build our own future. And when the time comes, we'll return to the Villain League and take it in a new direction. But for now, we're just going to disappear. You've made your choice. Just know that when the time comes, the Hero League will still be watching. We'll keep an eye on the situation. But we won't stand in your way. For now. I get it. But this isn't about the League anymore. It's about me and the opposite Lord. That's all. The van grew quiet as they continued driving, the weight of the situation settling over the group. They had succeeded in their mission, but there was still an uncertain future ahead. For Plasma Boy and the opposite Lord, they were stepping into a new life, one without the shadow of Plasma Man looming over them. But even with the freedom they had won today, the path forward was unclear. As the van sped down the dark highway, Plasma Boy stared out into the night, knowing that this was only the beginning of his journey toward a life he could finally call his own. In Carl's office, the group sat around the large table, still catching their breath after the intense mission. Colton, Zach, Mr. Rence, and the others exchanged glances as they began their debriefing with Carl, who stood at the head of the table, listening intently.
Man, that was something else. Still can't believe we pulled it off.
Yeah, I think I'm still shaking a bit. That was close.
The tension in the room was thick, but everyone was eager to hear what Carl had to say next. Carl's voice cut through the silence. So, let's go over what happened. I want to hear everything. The jailbreak, the confrontation with Plasma Man, how you managed to get Plasma Boy and the opposite Lord out of there without any major casualties.
We stuck to the plan. Team 2 took out the guards and secured the control room while Team 1 did the actual jailbreak. We managed to disarm most of the security, but we did hit some resistance. One of Plasma Man's elite guards nearly took us out.
Yeah, that guy was no joke. If it weren't for the opposite Lord messing with his senses, we might not have made it.
She helped you?
Yeah, surprisingly. She threw the elite guard off by manipulating his hearing, making him hear things that weren't there. It gave us just enough time to take him down.
And Plasma Boy, what was his reaction to the rescue?
At first, he didn't want to come with us. He was too wrapped up in his father's control, but we got through to him. He made it clear he's not joining the Hero League or anything. He just wants to live his own life with the opposite Lord, for now.
So he's still loyal to the Villain League?
Kind of, but he's not going back there anytime soon. He said once Plasma Man is out of the picture, either captured or gives up, he'll rebuild the League in his own way. He's not interested in following his father's path.
He's going into hiding for now, living in seclusion with the opposite Lord until it's safe for them to resurface. But we can expect him to show up again, probably when Plasma Man is finally taken down. You all did well. This was a high-risk mission, and you accomplished it without losing anyone. But this situation with Plasma Boy, it's not over. We'll keep an eye on him. If he returns to the Villain League someday, we need to be ready. So now that this mission is behind you, what's next? What are your plans?
Well, I've been thinking about something for a while now.
Oh, here we go.
No, seriously, I've been talking to Emily for a while now, and I think it's time. I'm going to ask her to be my girlfriend.
Finally, we've been waiting for you to make it official.
About time, man. She seems like a great girl. You better make it count.
Yeah, I think she's the one.
Well, I wish you the best of luck with that, Colton. After all you've been through, it sounds like you've earned it. The group shared a few more laughs, teasing Colton about his upcoming plans with Emily, but there was a sense of relief in the room now. The mission was over, and for the first time in a while they could all breathe easy. You've done good work. Take some time to rest. You've earned it. We'll be in touch soon with your next assignment. With that, the group dispersed, leaving Carl's office and heading back to the Hero League's living quarters. As they walked, Colton couldn't help but smile, thinking about the next step he was about to take with Emily. It had been a long journey, but things were finally looking up. And for the first time in a while he felt like he was truly on the right path.